Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do another overview of kind of my pumping storage, where I pump, and kind of like how I store all my stuff. I did have a request for this video. I can't remember who requested it, but thanks, because I feel like this could be a really fun video, and I hope you guys like these types of videos. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. But today I'm just going to go over my storage and kind of pumping stations, and I have like multiple stations, and I'll sort of explain everything as I go along. But this station, so this is where I mainly pump. So this is like my pumping chair, that's my pump strap, my Spectra pump that I use pretty much all the time. I like fluctuate between different pumps, and you'll kind of see why in a minute. And this is kind of like my table that I have all of my most needed stuff on. So we'll go over this first. Okay, so as you can see, I have my water wipes here. I also have my cell phone. I usually always have a water bottle, and I have hand sanitizer, and this is coconut oil that I use for the flanges. And here is my Spectra pump, which I usually always have my pump kind of on this side. Over in here I have all my LAVIE products. So I have the roller, I have my LAVIE massager, and my LAVIE warming pads. And then I also have a box of tissues, just like, you know, for my nose, or when I use my coconut oil, you know, the oil that gets on your hands, so I always have tissues. And then back here is actually my flange measurer, just in case if I'm like, oh my god, you know, what's going on, my nipple has grown or something. This is just some more tubing. I do use wet wipes to wash my breasts after every pump session. You don't have to do this if you have a full-term baby, but because I am pumping for NICU babies, I need to be really sterile and clean, so I always use these wipes for that. Normally they're in this little drawer down here, but I'm not going to show you the drawer because it's like a massive mess. But let me see here. I usually always have, where is it? I also like to have this nearby as well. I don't know why it was in the drawer. I'll have to put it in there, but I use that a lot. Yeah, so that was like the top of kind of my pumping station. So down here I have these two bins. Down there is just a pump bag. I won't really go too in depth into it, but it's just the Medela Sonata Bag. Right here is my pumping cover that I just like kind of, not usually neatly, but I fold it right here just to kind of keep for when I'm pumping. I can just like cover myself, and it also kind of helps me get more milk. I don't know why, like I think it's just kind of like a mind over matter thing. So let's see. Oh look, there's a charger. In this bin I have my other pump strap, my purple one, which I absolutely love. I just love this purple. It's not really picking up like the true tone, but it's really pretty. I actually want to get like another pump strap, but you know, do I really need three? Probably not. Okay, so these are my breast pads that I use every day. I like the reusable ones. I feel like they are just a little bit more clean, and I don't get as like dry nipples. I feel like when you use like the Lancino ones or the Medela ones, my nipples get really dry because I feel like they can't breathe. So I always keep a ton of these in here, and I just wash them with regular laundry and they're fine. This is another wet bag. I use these for like pump parts, or just like anything that I'm going to be traveling that is kind of wet. I just always like to have a lot of wet bags on hand, and I think this is like another one in there. I got those off of Amazon. I'll try to link everything down below for you guys. I think that's it that's in this bin. Yeah, it's literally just breast pads. I think these are the Nook breast pads, and I think you can actually get them at Walmart, but I'll have everything linked down below. Let's just put this stuff back. And this. Okay, I'm not really sure why this is on top of here, but for the next one, this is just like a portable pump charger. Let me just open it. So you can use this like in your car. I think it's the Medela one. Yeah, it's not really focusing. There we go. But I just have this on hand. I actually haven't used it. It should actually go in this little bag under here, so I'll just put it on top of there. But this bag, or bin, I don't know why I said bag, but this bin just has more parts. So there's a charger in here. I think this is, who is this? Who are you? I have so many chargers, but I think this is for my Medela Freestyle. Looks like I have some flanges in here. This is a 21-inch flange, and oh, these are more Freestyle parts. I don't actually use these parts. I hacked my Freestyle so I could use the regular backflow protectors, but that's for another video. This is what the pump strap bag came in. I do want to do like a whole review on the pump strap, so that's kind of why I kept this bag, because I really like the pump strap. But anyways, so this is just more like spare parts. There's another flange. Oh, I was looking for these. Oh my god, I'm gonna put these up here. So if you're wondering like what these are, actually, this is a bottle stand so that when you're done pumping, I do this all the time actually, my husband can totally account for it. You put your bottles down, and because they're like top heavy, they just fall over and the milk spills everywhere. This prevents that because you just shove the milk bottle right into it. Let me see if I can find the other one. Oh, here it is. Yep, put those up there. So then let's see, let's take some of this stuff out. So this looks like, yeah, this is just extra tubing for the Freestyle. I haven't used that yet. Oh, and here's my Motif Duo. This is such a great little pump. I have a review on this pump. I'll link it up above and down below for you guys. I love this pump. I use it a lot for travel. I haven't used it recently, but that's because I'm trying out the Freestyle right now. So definitely keep a lookout for that video. But this little guy likes living in here with all his friends. So this is just more like Freestyle stuff. Here's another 21-inch flange. These aren't the size that I'm taking now. When I was first pumping with my first son 5 years ago, oh my god, I did use these, and I feel like I was actually this size, or this was a good size for me, but now it's not because I've had a couple kids. So these are just more like chargers. So this is just kind of stuff that I would grab like right away if I needed a charger or something. I do like use other chargers that like another pump came with, as long as it's the right voltage. I do kind of like use other pump chargers for different pumps that they're not intended for, if that makes sense. Now I feel like this did go in like perfectly, but now it's not. Hold on a minute. This guy needs to go over here. There we go. Okay, so there's that. And then down in here is just that Medela Sonata bag. I don't think there's anything in here. I keep this near me because it's little. Hold on. Oh, yes, there is some stuff in it. These are my Freemie cups. I haven't actually tried these, but if you guys are interested in knowing my thoughts on it, comment below and I will kind of get my butt in gear and try these. I just haven't tried them because they're so big, and I'm like normally kind of small chested, so I feel like they're just not gonna work for me, and they also like don't really have my size, but you know, I should try them. I really should. But that's all that's in here. So they're literally just sitting here so that when I am done trying out the pumps that I need to try out, I can try these, but I just haven't tried them yet. Okay, so that's it for this area. Let's move on to the next area. Okay, so right here I kind of have my other pump station. So I have my Sarah Wells Lizzie bag. Behind it I have some more pumps. I have my Freestyle that I'm trying, and my Sonata that I use all the time. I love the Sonata. I think I actually want to do a new review on the Sonata, because the one that I had first done, I didn't actually really like the Sonata, but now that I'm using it more, I really like it. I've been using it almost more than my Spectra, which is really funny. But anyways, that's, you know, if you guys are interested in that, comment below and I'll do that. So this bin, you're probably wondering what this is. This is my sterile clean parts bin, and this bin right here is my sterile clean parts where they go after they're dried and everything. Let me just open this. So there are a ton of parts in here. I'm not going to touch any because they're all sterile, but I have a set of 6. So I have 6 sets of everything. There's like a lot of pump parts in here, and I also have extras in here that are sterile and clean. This just says clean on it. So that just lives in there, and whenever I need fresh pump parts to clean that are clean so I can have my pump session, I just go right there. And down below I also have another bin. Before I get to that little bin though, you don't necessarily have to be this sterile with a full-term baby. The only reason why I'm being this sterile is because I'm donating to a preemie bank. You can by any means like be this sterile for your own baby. That's totally fine, but I don't want to put out there that everybody has to do this. I'm only doing this because of the NICU babies that I'm feeding. But if I had a full-term baby, obviously I would clean everything and sanitize them once a day like you normally should do, but I wouldn't have all these parts. I would just be using the fridge or pitcher method. If you don't know what those are, the fridge method is where you just keep all your pump parts in the fridge, and at the end of the day you wash them instead of having to wash it after each session. And then the pitcher method is just that all the milk that you pump for every session, you put it in a pitcher and you put it in the fridge, and then at the end of the day you freeze all that and bag it. I can totally make a separate video on that. I should. Comment below or give this video a thumbs up and I will know to do that. But I'm rambling, so let's look at this guy. So down here I think it's just more parts and pump things. And I really should find a different spot for him because he's like kind of on the floor. But these ones aren't, these are like clean and sterilized, but I can touch these because these are my travel bottles. I just have some extra travel bottles. I have extra flanges. I don't really use these, but they're in there in case I want to. My baby Buddha pump is in here too. I actually haven't used that guy in a while. I do still really love that pump a lot. He's just, I think, a little bit harsh on my nipples, but if I have a really bad clog, I always go to him and he totally will help with that. So I just have kind of like bottles in here, and then I have the Lancino warming thing. I've only used this like once or twice because the LAVIE warming pads are way better than this thing and they stay hot a lot longer. These are the small Pumpin' Pals. I don't use these anymore. I was using this size, but now I'm using the extra small Pumpin' Pals. So that's all that's in this bin. I should probably move this bin over to my other ones on my little pumping table, but I just haven't yet. And he just goes right under there. But yeah, so up on here, usually this Sarah Wells bag like isn't here and it's kind of just open like this because I will bring that bin up here to kind of take out parts when I'm ready to pump, but I'm not doing that right now, so I just put my Sarah Wells up here. Let's see what's in her. I love, 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 love these bags. Yeah, so I just have another nursing cover in here, and I feel like there's not really that much. Yeah, I just have my Medela Sanitary spray. I'll have to go through this like more in like a different video, but this is my bag that I use to travel anywhere. I love Sarah Wells. If you're interested in her bags, definitely check out her website. It's awesome. And then, as I said, those 2 pumps over there. So I have 2 more little stations and then we'll be done. So you probably saw this in my last video. I'm sorry if you hear my dryer. My laundry room is also in my kitchen, but this is my Wubby, which I'll have that video linked up above for you guys to watch if you're interested in it. And over here are all my sanitary parts for the milk bank. So I just have down in here my Sarah Wells pumperoos are in here, the Wubby stuff. There's like some nipple cream stuff in here, that like NP whatever thing. This just has extra parts in it. There. I wasn't really focused, but this has like some duck bills from Laviemom and backflow protectors. Whoops. And then I'm not going to open that one because that one's all sterile, because that's where I keep all of my breast pump bags, and I do all my bagging right here, and that's why this little guy is here, just so that I don't ruin this top thing, because I have to use antibacterial. And so I wanted a plastic thing because this is finished wood that my husband made, so I don't want to ruin it with like hand sanitizer. But over here I do have my hand sanitizer, and then my sunflower, I still can't pronounce that, but it's for clogs. And then back here, is my hand lotion, which I love. And then up here is just my information and shipping info for the milk bank and the coolers. I can't think of anything. But yeah, that's pretty much what is right there. I also have my Boone drying rack on top of here with my extra small flanges just waiting to be used for their next session. This is where I keep all of my bags. I do have some coffee stuff in here, as you can see, but I have all my hefty bags. So the blue hefty bags go to just local mom, like local donors, and then those pink ones are actually just for the milk bank. And then up there are all my Lancino bags that the milk bank provides me, and then up there is some extra stuff. So I have another Sarah Wells cooler, I have some hand sanitizer, a ton of bottle brushes, and just some more like bags up there. And over here is where my freezer is. Oh, let me take this off. This is where I keep all of the milk. So yeah, and I have my coolers in there because I need to call and have the FedEx pick up my next cooler. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you're interested in seeing any more, just give me a like and please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.